First, let me clarify a misimpression that's been tried to be left out there. We are in a surplus today. It's one of the largest surpluses in our state's history. One of the other largest surpluses was, again, on my watch. It was the 05-07 budget. Now, projections are just that. They're hypotheticals. We don't know what the future will bring. And in fact, if I believed in these projections, we should have a $5 billion deficit today, which of course we don't. We have a surplus. And by the way, we're one of the few states in the country that has a surplus. 30-some states are sitting on a deficit, some of them in absolute recessionary times. It's no accident. We have diversified our economy. We have upped our exports and imports. We have made ourselves more resilient than other states. That's why we've survived. But we're not an island. We've seen some impact. It's returned again. Our receipts were up again this month. If we have a deficit, I'll do what I did in 2005, in which I inherited his $2.2 billion deficit with only about $250 million in the bank. I will do priorities of government spending. And that means we live within our means. I didn't raise the sales tax. In fact, I've cut some sales tax. I didn't raise B&O. In fact, I've cut B&O tax. I didn't raise property tax. In fact, I put the lid on property tax with the legislature in special session last fall. We've given almost $900 million in tax incentives to create new jobs across the state. So this idea that we've taxed too much, 2 of the taxes were approved by the legislature and approved by the vote of the people. The estate tax, which really involves millionaires, and that money goes to education, and the transportation package, and that, of course, was approved by the voters as well. Beyond that, it was pretty much a cigarette tax. So I'm not involved in taxation. He taxed nursing home beds. He denies it, calls it a fee. Tell the nursing home residents that. So the fact of the matter is, I will live within the means that I have. And that means we will write down the priorities, and we will do so sequentially. And when the money runs out, the money runs out. And we will do like any home does. We will make sure that we've got a roof over our heads for our people, their kids are going to get an education, that there's health care, and those who need our care and our help will be given that care and that help. So I'm determined to continue the values that we put in our budget. I think any person who talks about values, take a look at the budget and ask what the values are. My budget had a high priority on kids in health care, education, economic development, public safety. He cut education dramatically, $1 billion. He cut 40,000 kids off health care. That's not the values of the people of the state of Washington. I'm prepared, as the Pew Institute ranked us one of the top 3 best managed states in the country, I'm ready to step up again if that hypothetical situation should occur.